car design is a complex thing. You don't just knock on the door of the bosses and say, hey, I want to do this great car. It's about, one thing I learned coming up in the company, you really have to campaign your ideas. The same way a politician goes around the country trying to convince people that they have the right thing or the right idea. It's the same way in a big car company. You got to lay out your plan. You got to get your allies out there. You got to have that extra step. It's something they don't teach you in school. You knock on the doors of the marketing guys, the product planning guys, the engineers. You get to know their struggles. They get to know your struggle. Then you form this team around the idea. And I like to call it. You intoxicate people with the vision. You see, this is a car. 300cc is going to be this car, and this is what's going to have in it. This is what it's going to be about. And eventually everyone starts to believe the same thing. And once you get people, it's just like a Navy SEAL military team or something like that. Once they know what the mission is, and they know what they're trying to do, what the reason they're coming to work for, it's easy. If all the doors open up and you start executing instead of worrying about fighting between each other. So that's number one. And then number two is kind of being aware of the marketplace. We're doing things now at Chrysler that are going to come out in a few years that are raising the bar, because we've always struggled with trying to keep our cars affordable for everybody. Because it's easy to do a $200,000 car, but it's very difficult to do a $25,000 car that feels like an expensive car. So that's something we're trying to do is to raise our game, because the competition is intense. I mean, the auto industry is probably the most competitive business there is. So that's something we're digging deep in ourselves right now and reinventing ourselves so we can come out strong in the future.